Good morning, everyone. This is Brimster. I'm going to load my game, and as you'll see, there's a session 9 plus, where you can see that I've spent about 15 minutes just running around. I went to that leafy area and I gathered a whole bunch of leaves so that my power plant will run automatically for a lot longer. While I was doing that, I did find some new locations. So what I did is I put some marks on my map, and you'll notice in here that, so I ran up around here and I've put some marks on my map of things that I found, but I didn't bother looking into them. Some of these are pure nodes that I found. I think all of these are pure nodes. This location up here, I think would be amazing to build a new base, although it's quite restricted for space compared to where I'm building down here. There's a lot of pure nodes up here. So it's possible that what I could potentially do as well is mine up here and then somehow get it back to one of these open areas. It's very, very constricted in here, but or I could find another way of building, or a more experienced builder could start up here, but there's a lot of pure nodes up here. This was something I'd never seen before and wanted to go back and explore. I didn't want to explore it off camera. But before I do that, I think there's a couple of things that I do want to do. So the first thing is, a lot of things are asking for rotors now, and I'm not actually building rotors. So I want to look into assembling rotors. So the first thing I want to do is figure out how I can make that happen, even with just a basic production line. So even if it's not efficiently making rotors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this storage container. Now this has got a whole bunch of screws in it. If I disassemble this, I'm going to get 3,000 screws. So if what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this storage container. I'm going to grab all of these screws out. Now it'll fill up with some more. And then I'm going to put the screws into this storage container where I'm also storing, I can't fit them all in. Okay, so one thing I do want to do is I'm thinking of temporarily building, I want to go into zoot mode, building here. And what I want to build is I want to build an awesome sink. For which I need surface 2 uneven. What the hell do you mean 2 uneven? Man, this thing is huge. This thing is just too damn big. And I don't mind the power is clipping through it because this thing is too big. Look how big this thing is. And then I'm going to put a storage container organization. I'm going to put a storage container here with the output facing that way. And I should be able to run. Like, how much will this process? Will it process anything that comes in? So if I run a Mark II belt to there, then what I do is I actually disassemble that, which will kill the power to absolutely everything, because that's my main power in at the moment. I put power there and there. I connect that from there to there. There to there. That brings everything back up. But then I can also connect power from there to there. That gets the awesome sink running. Now you come over here grab a whole bunch of screws. Now, does that mean now if I put the screws in here, they're going to start feeding into the awesome sink? No power. Why no power? No run power from here? And now this is sinking stuff. But that means that I can potentially awesome sink other stuff as well. So I'll come over here. I dismantle this. I dismantle this. Now this has got output for screws. Now there's too many screws coming in this direction, which is a problem. This is going to be very inefficient. But for what I want to do is I want to build an assembler here. I'm ruining my efficiency here. I need reinforced iron plates, which I have here. This is turning this into a non-efficient factory. I also need rotors, which is part of the problem. Actually, I don't think that's where I want it. I'm going to be, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit more, because I expect I'm going to want more on here. Let's put it, no, that's wrong too. I was probably right the first time. I'm probably going to have to expand this out. Let's expand this out a little. Okay. I want enough room to run the belts and stuff. So if we put an assembler there. Now, if I set this to rotors, I need a lot of screws. It's probably not going to get them, but I'm still going to set this to a Mark II belt, and I'm going to run that in. Now, I don't think that's going to be able to get enough screws. And I'll put in the power pole. Now, what I also need are iron rods. Now, I have iron rods. This is very, very bad. So what I want to do is split this. So some of these iron rods, it's not going to be enough. I have no idea how many iron rods are coming in. or I make more iron rods. I don't know how. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be very inefficient. But inefficient is better than nothing at the moment, I think. So if I split this, so if I put another splitter, this has gone terribly bad. If I put another splitter here, and then run a Mark 1 belt to there, now those iron rods will continue to flow. Then I put a Mark 1 lift there, just going up 1. And a Mark 1 lift here, going up 1. Can't I then connect that to that? And then I put storage container there and run that in. And this is going to make almost no rotors. But it seems to be working. It's making rotors. Meanwhile, I've got screws and iron rods coming over here to storage. Awesome. And I can do things like grab some of these iron plates. Now, this is just a test. If I put some of these iron plates in, will they get sunk as well? There's 2 printable coupons. How big is the awesome shop? Tiny. But I need more screws. Of course I need more screws. Well, I can pull them out of here. Need how many do I need? No, it will fit in here though. So, I could buy a car. Okay. Boombox stuff. I don't care about boombox stuff. I don't care about awards. Management. Conveyor wall mount. Ooh, that looks nice. Conveyor ceiling mount is also nice. Floor hole. Conveyor throughput. I'm not sure what that is. Wall power outlets are sexy. Organization. Street lights. Lighting is cool. Label sign bundle. I don't know what they are. Man, you're going to want all of these. Paint finishes. Nice. Foundation material. Oh, you can change the foundation materials. I quite like the one I'm running with though. And you can put patterns on. Oh, nice. Walls. I don't think I've unlocked walls. Ooh, more foundation stuff. Architecture. Ladders. I want ladders. Catwalks. I think I want ladders. So I can grab another coupon. I can come over here, add to cart. So I've purchased the schematic.
Fun fact. Architecture was invented when people began building buildings. If it had been invented slightly beforehand, perhaps more old buildings would still be around. Humanity sometimes lacks vision.
So that could mean architecture, ladder. Yep, happy with that. And then I want an equivalent one on this side. Do I only want it to go that high though, is the question. Yes. So does that mean I have to deconstruct the entire ladder and rebuild it, or can I just deconstruct the top? No, I have to deconstruct the entire ladder. There we go. I now have ladders up to the top of my factory. Haha. Nice. And I'm wondering whether that means I could come down here to some of this stuff. So things like maybe not the sulfur, but the limestone, the iron, the copper. I'll keep the coal and I'll keep the caterium, but all of those that I got, which were, man, the awesome sink is too large, but I could put the copper, the limestone, the iron in, and you can see this has been sinking. And I can put some of these iron plates in. Yeah, and that's sinking them. And these points are going down. And there's more coupons available. I could just let that run. So when I get too much, when stuff fills up, not that that's happening, but I could come down here. So that's not an efficient way of awesome sinking, But when things are backed up like here, like all of those ingots are filled, and I'm assuming those ingots are filled because this is filled with rods. And now this will start producing again. I could load that up with rods to backlog it. Can load that up with a bunch of rods. And I could load that up with a bunch of rods. I have too many rods. I wonder if I could put another storage container on here feeding into that one. I wonder if it's possible. Yes, it is. Why can't I feed that into that? Because it's a conveyor lift I'm after. What's transport? Oh, it's the jump pads. Does that mean I can now put, for example, those in there, and these are now feeding into here. Haha. Oh, that's nice. So now I've got a whole bunch of stuff that's just going to feed into here, and I'm just going to keep getting more coupons. This is nice. I like this. Okay. So, have a sip of coffee. Now, the other thing I was thinking of doing is, I don't know what I need Caterium for. I think at the moment it's only used to make quick wire. And I can check that by quickly building a crafting bench, I suppose. So Caterium ingots are used to make quick wire. And that's all I know of at the moment. But I could start harvesting Caterium automagically, because I'm going to need it at some point, I assume, and quick wire is going to be used for more. The other thing I should do is, oops, I don't need to move to the hub for this, is to build the space elevator. No, to build the space elevator. Oh, I don't need rotors. I've got everything I need to make the space elevator. 1500 wire. Let's grab 1500 wire. This has been available for ages. 1500 wire. Actually, I think I can add it to the to-do list. So we go here, we go to the space elevator, I click plus. I've got all the concrete I need. I need iron rods and iron plates. Well, this will be full as well, won't it? But there's enough iron plates, and this is still making iron rods. So there's enough iron rods. And I was thinking about building the space elevator. I don't know how big it is. Over here. It's very large. Oh, and there's inputs for it. There's no outputs, but there's inputs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a power pole here. I'm going to connect that. I'm then going to build a power pole here. No, I'm not. I'm going to remove that one. I'm going to build a power pole here. I'm going to connect that to that, that to that, that to that. Then I'm going to delete that. That keeps that running, but gets rid of the thing that was in here. Actually, this could be a good place to build it. It's nice and flat. Oh my lord, look at that. What is this? Oh my lord. I have connected the planet to space. I built it.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
Humanity is counting on me. Poor humanity. So I built the control panel in the wrong direction, but that's kind of okay. So now I need 50 smart plating. I don't even know what smart plating is. And I'm assuming this is so I can feed smart plating into it, or I assume I could deliver it manually. Like, I assume I can drop it in manually. Now, I think I only needed 3 of the bio stuff, so if I could kill another creature... If I could find and kill something else, that thing is insane. No, yes, I can disassemble it. So I could move it if I wanted to. But I was thinking of building automated Caterium mining. Do I have enough materials on me to do that? Probably not. I'll find out when I get there. The other thing I could do, and I'd thought about this, but I'm not there yet, is to have belts and stuff that feed these, but I'm not there yet. At the moment, I'm kind of cool with what I'm doing. I've been wiping out the local fauna. Here's some. So I've got this pure Caterium. Which is out past the copper, isn't it? Oh, I've got to access it from up there, though. So it's sort of out past the copper. It's out past those iron nodes that I found. So what I'd also been wondering whether I wanted to build another small iron production facility here, because I've got these iron nodes. But it's possible this is where I want to build a Caterium facility, because what I could do exploit the planet. Thank you to the person who told me to put this into passive creatures mode because I would enjoy it more. I think you were correct. Actually, can I put a miner on this? Because this isn't registering as a mining thing. Do I need to blow something up on top of this? Because like, this is a pure Caterium, but can I actually put a miner on this? Like, if I pick up this miner, pick up this miner, pick up this miner, can I actually construct a miner on that? No, it must be placed on a resource node. Now, this is a resource node, but it's blocked. Oh, there was that dynamite thing. Okay, that will do for now then. I don't know. So I can't build a Caterium mine. I need to figure out more before I can do that. Okay, that is a plan that has fallen through. But I could go do some of that exploration. As I said, and extracting this iron and sending it through might end up being a thing as well as getting rid of my original iron plant as I make the next one more efficient, and rebuilding this copper plant somewhere as well, like maybe even rebuilding it here where I've got more room, and then sending the results over there might be a thing. Like I could even build a bridge over or something, which would be fun. But before I do that, do I even know how to make smart plating? Leaves go in and wood goes in. And as you can see, this is filling up, so I'm actually getting a bit of this seems to be running better than the previous factory, because all of those up there, if that's filled up, it should mean that all of these up here are like the ladder. It means that all of these here are almost certainly full of biofuel and are only grabbing new biofuel when they need it. So that's working well. Man, that's insane. Yeah, you're always going to be able to find the space elevator, aren't you? What I was going to do, though, is I was going to head down to here. And I was going to see, can I make smart plating? No, I can't. So I've got more research to do. But what I was going to do is make hog protein and spitter protein. Now I was going to come over here, and what was it I needed? 6 inventory slots. I need 1,000 cable, but six inventory slots is huge. And here is 1,000 cable. Here's some I prepared earlier. And that's given me
Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon, analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It.
See, I don't know what the 500 is. Don't know what those are. Rotors I could do. The rebar gun, which I don't know. And those I could potentially do as well. Medicinal inhaler. I've not found whatever that is yet. Alien technology. I need to find Sam and I need to find summer sloops. Dimensional depot. I don't know what that thing I need 11 of is though. Caterium. I've done some caterium. Quick wire and rebar. I assume that's rebar. So if I look at alien technology, was it alien technology? Yeah, so if I investigate this, I can make iron rebar. And then here, I can make stun rebar. Power Pole Mark II is 300 quick wire. But I have to make that, well, I don't have to make that by hand. I could make a Caterium factory. I just can't mine the Caterium yet. At least not that Caterium. But let's go investigate the stuff on the map. So where I'm headed is over here. So I'm basically headed in this direction. Now, can I pin something to say that I want to head there? No, we'll just try and find it again. And I'll do some gathering on the way if I can. Oh, I know what I probably missed. Having built the space elevator, objective, complete phase 1. These are part of phase 1, but I can't, they're locked. So I'm assuming that means I need to find smart plating. I'm not a fan of this. Here's the black powder. So limestone and coal. But I don't think I got that much limestone. I only got 44. I don't know how I complete the next phase, because I need to make smart plating. Which I don't have. If I go here, parts, smart plating. It can only be produced in an assembler. So assembler. I'm missing rotors. Here's some I prepared earlier. So I'm going to expand here. Why is that not... What is going on? Why is that not connecting up? What's going on? Why is this all of a sudden not connecting to... What is going on? Why can't I build adjacent to my existing foundations? No! Okay, now I can. What is going on? I'm terrible at this, but you know what? I actually quite like the look of the storage container hanging over the edge like that. So I'm just going to do that. And then run a... What? I would if I was good at this. Smart plating, which I need reinforced iron plate and rotors. And this is going to make 2 per minute. So it's going to take half an hour or so. And I need more rotors anyway. So I need 2, so I need 50 and 50. I may make too much smart plating, but at least it's making smart plating now. Great. So it can only be made in an assembler. That was my problem. Now, I could have made it down near the space elevator, but I didn't. Now, let's go and try and find the... This could be a slightly longer session. If I do a slightly longer session, people will have to tell me how much they hate it. I've been trying to keep them to sort of 60 to 70 minutes. I'm nearly approaching 50 minutes. Do I have concrete? Not a lot. Actually, let's... I mean, I could split this into 2 sessions, but I don't think I want to. But I am going to go get rid of some of that caterium and pick up a little more concrete before I go, and iron plating, actually. That was not the button I meant to push. I've got some iron plating before I travel, because what I want to do is make sure I can build foundations if I need to get somewhere while exploring. So in here, I'm going to put the caterium ore. Over here, I'm going to put the nuts, the whatever this is, pale berries. I'm going to put in the extra, I'm going to put in the mushrooms, so I may get more. I've got some plating, iron ingots. I'm going to put the iron ingots, which I've been carrying around, in here for now as a thing to get rid of. Probably don't need all those rods, but that's okay. and then I'll grab some more concrete in case I need foundations. So let's grab a stack of concrete. Okay, now let's go exploring. Finally, only 50 minutes into the session where I said I was going to do some exploring, I'm going to do some exploring. But what the game has taught me is I need to be way more aggressive to the local alien fauna. And you may be wondering, where are all the leaves? This is where I started doing some picking up of leaves on a previous session where I picked up so many leaves, which is why my fuel station is pretty good. Some of them have started to regrow, as you can see. Now, the way I'm heading is sort of this way. But I found something, didn't know what it was, and rather than investigate off camera while I was just running around gathering leaves, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put a marker on the map and I'm going to come back to it, because that's what's fair to my viewers. I hope people are enjoying these. I need to go this way, I think it is. Yep, map is pointing me straight to it. Hello, little buddy. Zap, 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 zap. Here it is. What is this? Crash debris. You're on my crash debris, dude. So there's just reinforced iron plates on the ground. Okay, steel beams. I can disassemble this into... Wow, okay, that's cool. Encased industrial beams? Oh my lord. Copper sheets. Screws, iron plates. Do I have to swim out here? Drop pod. I need to power that up. How would I power that up? I could just build a biomass burner, I suppose. How much does a biomass... So that only needed 60 megawatts. How much does a biomass burner produce? $30 megawatts. So is there a reason I couldn't Just do that and that. Do a power pole. Connect that to that. That to that. That to that. Put leaves in all of those. Why did that? Because that's run out of fuel already? I should probably have crafted solid biomass.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
There we go. That got it power. It wasn't a great way of getting it power. I burnt a lot of leaves. I should have just made a crafting bench and made... but now I can go to the map and I can remove that stamp. So the other ones I found over here were just pure nodes. There was a pure limestone, pure copper, and pure iron, and there were multiple pure iron. So, but I think what I want to do now is head back and find out what researching a hard drive is. Because as I was told by Ada, I'm contractually obliged to do this. What's the glowy? I thought I saw something glowing, but no. Leaves go in, power comes out. That's what being a fix-it super engineer is all about. So if I check here, so this is emptying, and this one will be empty. And I've got 7 coupons. In fact, I've almost certainly got more than 7 coupons because I think I had some in storage. I did. So I've got 9 coupons, so I could give that another look. But alien technology? No. Where was hard drives? Hard drives. Scan hard drive. Oh, it takes 10 minutes. Okay. But it's taken the hard drive out of my... Okay. And I've now got more materials as well, like all of these copper sheets I've got more of. And I've discovered things like steel beams, which I don't know what I use for. Reinforced iron plates. Encased industrial beams, which I don't know what I use. And I found some rotors as well. So I found some new stuff, but what I was going to go do is check the awesome shop. Now I could build another one, but I'm just going to run up to the one I've got because it's all that time playing World of Warcraft running around. Okay, so equipment, there's a coffee cup. Well, there's someone at... Now, I don't think I want to buy parts because I can just make parts. So this strikes me as dumb. The coffee cup is tempting. But I think railings is tempting. So they seem to be mostly cosmetic improvements, although catwalks could be good as well. Although they're expensive. I do like the concept of railings. Half foundation set. And stairs as well. And corners. And inverted ramps also strikes me as good. What are these? I wish it would tell you what... Wall power outlet. Does that mean you could mount power to a wall? And this means running conveyors through walls and floors. I think these are important. I think that's important as well. I think these are actually less important because that's going to be more advanced. Oh man, I don't know. This one strikes me as very, very good. As does this for being able to run conveyor lifts through floors. Medical box, hazard box. I don't know what these are, and I don't know what a basic shelf unit is. I could look all these up. And being able to build in concrete is tempting as well. Ooh, number patterns. Oh, this is so tempting. I think this is the stuff I should grab next. But I don't know which ones. Possibly the stairs? So I've got the wall outlet. Oh, what's a double wall outlet? So yeah, these work like a power pole but attached to a wall. I do have basic walls. And now I've got stairs. And I've got this floor hole. Possible this is slowing right down, which is okay. Grab some of those out because I'm just feeding screws into it. Because screws is what I got. Is this full as well? And then I can come up here, put all of those in and take some back. Haha. See? So I can keep feeding stuff in. I'm doing it manually at the moment, but it is working. And if I come over here, then this is producing rotors slowly. This is producing reinforced iron plates faster. And this has produced 27. So in here, I need to put more rotors. I need 23. So I need 23 reinforced iron plates. How do I split to a particular amount? How do you split to a particular amount? Transfer, stroke, transfer, split stack, right mouse button. Is there a way of splitting to a particular... How do I split? I'm actually going to Google this. So it says hold control. So I want 23 reinforced iron plates. Nope. Ah, it's right drag. So in here, I want to put 23 reinforced iron plate. And 23 rotors. And then that should result in this getting another 23 smart plating. But the research has been done. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to build. I'm going to try and build. See? And now I can get up there. Hard drive scan has been completed. The scanned hard drive has been added to your hard drive library. Alternate cast screws.
Completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
5 iron ingots into 20 screws. Or 6 inventory slots. Hang on, 5 iron ingots into 20 screws? Isn't that insanely good? So alternate recipe, if I get that, isn't that insanely good? Because the way I'm doing it at the moment, is 10 iron rods into 40. And iron rods are 15 into 15. So that's the equivalent of 10 into 40. But it's a two-stepper. That's 5 into 20. So it's the same efficiency, but it's a single stepper. So I could redo this factory and make screws more efficiently. Oh no, now I need to redo this factory. Because I don't need to send iron rod. I could make screws directly from iron. Oh no. No, 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 no. That's not fair. I mean, it's so fair, but it's not fair. How am I going to... I didn't even... But I made a thing, and now I'm going to have to blow the thing away. Because I don't need... Because most of these iron rods are being used to make screws. And I don't need to do that anymore. I'm going to have to redo this whole factory. Okay, oh my lord, my brain. Well, that's going to take some damage, but the place that I probably want to finish this is looking over the space elevator, because that was the big thing. Okay, thank you everyone for watching. This has been an insane session. Session 10 has been a big one. If I'm going to do some editing and put all of this together, this is probably the time I should do it. I don't know if I'm going to do that because I'm just enjoying playing the game. I may do some editing because it's not the sort of thing that I've been very good at doing. But it's a good opportunity for me to learn. So, but it may be months before a video about these first 10 sessions comes out. We'll see how it goes. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this particularly long session, much longer than normal, but a lot happened. Thanks everyone. And as always, good luck sending your stuff into space. Bye everyone.